This video is brought to you by Joa, maker of premium Tesla and vehicle accessories. Claim your discount by using the link in the description below. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another full self-driving supervised video. We just got a new update, 12.5.6.2, which I thought had a change in it this morning. I'll talk about in a second. Let's get started. So we're going to change it up a little bit on this drive. I'm just going to do lucky every time. This is kind of Ruben's suggestion. There. I'm just going to pick A. I'm going to let the car take us to all these destinations. When we get there, I will then just pick a new lucky destination and we'll go for a while until the car messes up or until I got to stop or whatever. So seems that it still does not want to start on its own. So I did turn it on. I'll give an accelerator tap here. No, one more accelerator tap, a little bigger one. There you go. So it still doesn't want to start out of a parking spot, which is quite annoying. Now, when I first left my house this morning, I'm so glad I took a picture because if you know, we have the highway profiles. We have chill, and standard and hurry, and those are not available, as you can see in the top left, when you're not on highway. Well, when I left my house this morning, I had the profiles off highway and I took a picture and I posted and I was like, this is awesome because my speed isn't degrading. I'm on my 55 mile per hour road and we're actually going like around 55 miles an hour. It was a really nice experience, but now it's not there. So I don't know, why that's happening. If we go into autopilot here, you can see that those are the profiles. You can change them around, but if you're not seeing that word in the top left of the screen, it means that it's not enabled at the time and the car is just doing its own thing. So Tesla on X did say that they're going to add that to the off highway. So I thought that came with this update and then it disappeared. So I'm super confused how that's possible. But I'm just really thankful I took a picture because otherwise I would think I was going insane. Just a quick update. After this video was recorded, Ashok, the vice president of AI at Tesla, did clarify on X that the speed profiles were added to roads above 50 miles per hour. So in this video, we don't go on any roads fast enough to see that happen, but in my driving outside of this recording, when speed profiles do enable on those faster roads, the improvement is amazing. Finally, the car is not slowing down. It's not degrading in speed. So I cannot wait for these speed profiles to come to all of our driving. And I wanted to kind of talk about the goals from Tesla. So Tesla AI had posted those goals a long time ago, and they reached all their September goals for the most part, which was pretty good. And then they ended up missing their October goals, which October was basically get version 13 out, get end-to-end highway out to everybody's cars. And yeah, certain things just like didn't happen. And they gave an update, and I don't code anything, so I'm totally forgiving of like, they're trying to do something really difficult, and that's kind of been the theme for Elon stuff and Tesla stuff for a long time, is making the impossible late. So Tesla's often late with stuff, but they do get there eventually. So it is a bit disappointing that we still don't have a reverse. The car can't really park. It can do auto park, but it can't park itself in the sense that like FSD just goes into a parking spot. And it doesn't have version 13, and these things are delayed, but hopefully by the end of this month they're coming. I mean, nobody knows until it's actually released out to the public. And another part of that message from them was basically like, yeah, AI4, which is, the same thing as hardware 4. And not much talk of hardware 3. It was mentioned one time. So it seems hardware 3, we finally have like solid evidence. Hardware 3 is kind of at its limit. It's kind of dying, which is unfortunate. Elon Musk did say at the Robotaxi event that Tesla will do retrofits if hardware 3 can't reach unsupervised FSD. I am very skeptical of that. Now, I'm sure Tesla would do it in some capacity, but unsupervised FSD is planned for California and Texas only sometime next year. So it could be the beginning of 2025, could be the end of 2025, and only in those, small geolocations. And then rolling it out from there, and that's for hardware 4. So if they don't get it rolled out on hardware 4 to the whole country, they're gonna, keep trying to work on, excuse me, I actually need a new destination here. They're gonna keep trying to work on, no, what? Don't take me to the same spot. Hold on, this is not going as smoothly as I hoped. Give me another one. I might just have to pick the second one if it's too close. There you go. They're going to keep working on hardware 3, and it's going to be so delayed, in my opinion, even if they come up with the solution and they come up with, yes, we are for sure giving hardware 3 owners the retrofit to hardware 4. By the time this happens, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 years away. And by then, people with Hardware 3 cars, don't get me wrong, they will still be floating around out there because Model 3 was shipping with Hardware 3 up until the end of 2023. A lot of people are going to be moving on to another car, or there'll be people that never bought FSD in the first place, and you'll have to purchase FSD and able to get this retrofit. It's just going to be... Ooh, we got like a weird U-turn thing. I don't know if that's even allowed up there, but we'll see. It's going to be a weird situation. It's going to be a weird situation for sure. And I'm just not sure that it's going to really play out in a way that a lot of Hardware 3 cars are going to be retrofitted or even want to be retrofitted, if that makes sense. It's definitely the right thing for Tesla to do, and they better make it an option, but I just think it's going to be dragged out so long. Those cars are going to get so old that most people just aren't going to be interested. That's just my opinion. You know, and then the other opinion, or it's kind of a fact, is that Tesla's been offering this full self-driving transfer. So if you own it or you've bought it before, then you can just transfer it to a new Tesla. You know, you get a new Tesla and then you can move your FSD for free one time. But most people don't want to buy a whole new car because the promised software was never able to be delivered, right? So we'll see how that all plays out. I'm not exactly sure, but it's a bit disappointing to see that Hardware 3 didn't make it. I'm not that surprised though, because Tesla thought Hardware 2 would be, you know, full self-driving, and Hardware 2.5 and all this stuff. So kind of is what it is. So yep, we're doing basically a Michigan left here. Car should be able to handle this no problem. After these guys, we should go. There we go. Very nice, very nice. It's a pretty slow street, 35, so easily able to pull out in front of the traffic that was on its way there. Very nice turnaround there, actually. So yeah, I'm gonna let the car do its thing. We're gonna see how it does. This version, these 12.5.6 versions have been really good for me in the Model Y. Cybertruck is still pretty goofy. I'll keep making those videos for you too, because it's kind of fun to see it mess up all the time, to be honest. But yeah, we'll let this car roll it out, and we'll check out the impressive, important, or bad things that it does. So we are stopping there. I don't know why. For whatever reason, I think that the bus had pulled out a little too much, and FSD thought it needed to stop for it. I guess I'll report that. That was kind of weird. You know, the main thing I'm looking for here are the safety stuff. But still, I don't know. That was really strange. And speed limit's a little strange too. We've been going a little bit below, even in the 35s, which has not been typical lately. So we'll see if I have to take over here, but that one the car did handle just kind of awkwardly. All right, we have a pretty interesting left turn coming up here. So we have to like turn left and then right in this little pocket. Now it is the next one. So we'll go up to here. And what's weird is everyone else is getting on the highway. So people behind us need to be, you know, start accelerating here and going fast. Now the good news is FSD did get out of the way pretty nicely. So we'll stop at the stop sign and we can go straight. So you can see it's not a typical intersection. It is kind of, I guess, like just a four-way intersection, but it's weirdly shaped, and like that left turn into that pocket is kind of strange as well. I have had FSD mess that up before, so nice to see it do it correctly there. And again, the most important part of that maneuver is getting out of the way into that little pocket quickly, which FSD did perfectly. So it looks like it's going to use this parking lot to turn around. So that's pretty interesting that this is the decision it made to kind of get going the other direction. And we're going in this little dirt road parking lot, and it does have it mapped out pretty nicely. You know, it's got the little circle. It can do the turnaround in the circle. Wow, very cool. It's going to just swing around here and get us going in the right direction. So that's a really, okay, there you go. So this is a pretty elegant solution to turn around, except now you're stuck. Oh no, we're going to need a disengagement already. See, FSD cannot go in reverse yet. And so if you look here, let me put this camera up just so I can see if someone comes up behind me. But if you look here, wow, that camera's dirty. This bad boy definitely wants to turn around. Look at that. This FSD is like, please, let me reverse. So since I have to disengage, it's pretty lame, but I'm going to hit the accelerator. We have a little curb there, so let me just give it a tap. And let's see if it'll keep going here. Give it one more tap. Yeah, it just doesn't have enough room, and it knows it. It knows that that curb is there, so it's not gonna continue on. So let me throw it in reverse here. And that's a disengagement. The car got itself stuck. It had plenty of space to not need to swing it that wide. Could have easily gotten out of this parking lot all on its own. And it just did the wrong maneuver and got stuck. So, I mean, there's nothing more to it than the fact that that's a disengagement due to the car doing something wrong. Now, it wasn't dangerous. It wasn't crazy, blah, blah, blah. But if this was a robotaxi, which it's not, obviously, but if it was, it's now stuck there forever until somebody comes to rescue it. You know, of course, until they add that reverse function, which, man, I cannot wait for. So let's do this unprotected left. You can see that guy was flying, but I think this is where the speed limit reduces, right where he came by. And there we go. All right, let's get this thing into downtown, and we'll do, I don't know, a couple more stops depending on how it goes. All right, I'm sorry to keep harping on this, but it makes FSD unusable in daily driving. 45, 45, 36. Why? Why are you going 36? It's not appropriate. 35. It's not appropriate to go 10 under on a clear sunny day. It's just not. All right, so we got a pedestrian here, and I would say the braking on that was just a tad bit late. It definitely started braking the second I saw him, but I would have been braking a bit harder and stopped a little farther back. You could tell just by the way he was, you know, the nonverbal communication is insane. You can tell just by the way he was looking at me, by the way he was walking, that he was questioning, is this guy gonna slow down enough? Is this guy gonna stop? Just because the car kind of kept a lot of speed up until that maneuver. Obviously, what it did was perfectly safe. It was, you know, it stopped for the pedestrian and everything, but there's, again, that kind of second layer of that communication with the person. Like, yep, I see ya. So I did wave to kind of reassure him, but I think at that point the car had slowed enough that it was obvious it was going to stop. So we do have a nice little bit of construction interaction here. It's pretty simple. You just got to kind of move into the lane you're kind of supposed to be in anyway. But FSD does handle these situations really nicely. What I'm kind of waking up to is that this obviously works incredibly well. It's insanely impressive, all of that. Oh, let's see if it messes this up, because it always, hey, look at that, it did it correctly. It used to go in that left turn lane. This is really nice in congestion, slower speeds, and this downtown city stuff, which is harder anyway. You know, that's kind of the harder driving, this downtown city stuff, than anything else. And where it kind of lacks, funny enough, is in that easier driving, like on the rural roads and everything. So I don't know, it's big A. We'll just do one more real quick and see where that is, see where this takes us. I'm paying attention. Shut up, thing. So yeah, it's just, what do you want? I'm looking right at the road. It's just pretty interesting that it has such a better time with congested, busy city traffic versus a clear, wide open road with nothing. But yeah, so let's take it to the last destination here, and we'll check it out and see how it did. Oh, we got somebody getting out, so we're gonna go around this car. That's what we should do. Yeah, see, it knows. I don't know if it has that context of like, all right, somebody's getting out, let's go around them, because that was like pretty much instant. And now this person is going, but like, you parked on the side of the road, so you need to wait for me. And they did wait. And I'm glad this is where we're ending it off, because there is lots of pedestrians here to, we gotta wait for them, and they kind of have the right of way. They can walk all over us. And it's actually clear. So there's that. And before we finish this up, I do want to tell you that we're going to be doing some, I've done a few of the videos of like FSD avoiding obstacles or crashing in obstacles or whatever. We're doing that with the Cybertruck really soon. So make sure you hit like and get subscribed if you don't want to miss that one. I'm wickedly excited for that, because Cybertruck's still a little jank. But I think object avoidance on it is really good. It's mostly just it's moving throughout the world that's not so good. But its braking is a little late sometimes too, so that'll for sure play into it. All right, so we got through that busier part fine. We waited. It wasn't too crazy. We had a couple big gaps there, but we've definitely been stuck in that same area before. So every time we make it through without incident is really nice. It's like right here, we should be slowing down way sooner, way sooner. No, the car's not gonna hit anybody. But it's like, why just slow way down? Don't go anywhere near them. That's even better. Like, I know the car is not gonna hit somebody. People outside the car don't know that. We just shouldn't be getting anywhere near pedestrians. Even though it stops for them every time, it does all that correctly. It's just more polite and, more safe thing. What if somebody comes flying up behind me and rear ends me and pushes me into a pedestrian? It's a crazy scenario, probably never happen, but it's possible. And in that exact situation, we'd be way better off if we had been braking harder earlier and staying farther away. It'd be a lot safer. Nice to going around another parked car. That's a kind of crazy spot to be parking. A couple more parked cars here, and we're staying away from them, even though we have the right turn coming up. Really nice. Is everybody parking here right now? What is going on? Wow, FSD handled that beautifully. Really nice. And then this is a no turn on red. And you know what? I hate to say this so bluntly, but I'm pretty sure that Ann Arbor's no turn on reds were at. Okay, well, nope. There's another disengagement for you. This is a no turn on red, so it's illegal to turn right when the light is red. I know that's hard to understand for an advanced, sophisticated AI robot driving car. Gotta get a little sassy with them sometimes. But yeah, okay, whatever. No turn on red sometimes work for me and sometimes they don't. I cannot find a pattern. In Ann Arbor, they seem to always work, besides like here and there, like you just saw. Outside of Ann Arbor, it seems much less likely that they work. So let me see. If I turn it on, it's probably just going to try to turn, but we'll see. So that's 2 disengagements in about 8 miles. Look at this. Okay, that's another thing. I've been wanting to mention this for a while. FSD seems to like predict when the green is going to come. I don't know if you saw that right there, but the wheel started to move a little bit, and then the brake was let off just slightly, and then it turned green and the car started to go. Really weird. I don't know if that's intentional or emergent or how that's happening, but I've definitely noticed that happening a lot. All right, and that is pretty much going to be the end of that trip. So we'll put it up there. We got 9 miles. Here's the stats. It was 2 disengagements and then 1 intervention in the beginning because the car can't start the drive. So those are interventions, I turn on FSD, it's your turn. I'm not supposed to be hitting the accelerator or doing anything like that. So not the most impressive drive. There were some really nice smooth moves in there. Okay, I don't know why you're deciding to go here, but here you go. When you get no nav, you get fun stuff. But the accelerating, the braking, the turning all felt beautiful. It's such a better, nicer experience than the Cybertruck. It's ridiculous. But then the car goes too slow, and it got itself stuck and tried to turn right on red. So, we're getting there. We really need version 13, and you know what? When that first comes out, we're gonna get some goofiness too. But yeah, hopefully it'll be improved. So, hope you enjoyed this one. You will see me in FSD in the next video.